Hi guys, so today we're going to have a quick introduction to Adobe Photoshop. This is version CS3. You might be using a different version, but they're quite similar. You'll just have to practice the tools and see what you can make of it. Okay? Now, you may ask yourself, why use Photoshop? Well, it's just such a great program for playing with pictures, so that you can make things like posters, some kind of advertisement. You can play with pictures, add extra effects and give them to your friends, post them on Facebook. Photoshop's just a great place to play with pictures and images. Okay? So today we're going to have a go at creating a poster for a zoo. And I've already got some pictures saved that I'm going to use in my poster. And these are the pictures. I've got an eagle, a koala, a tiger, and a tree. Now, the one that I'm going to use as a background is going to be the tree. So I'm going to open that with Photoshop. So I'm just going to right click on it, open with Photoshop. Boom. Let's see what happens. Brilliant! There's my tree. It's in Photoshop. This is wonderful. I'm just going to get rid of these square lines if you see them, this grid. Control H, H for house. Control H will get rid of that. Right, let's go back to my folder of pictures. The next one I'm going to take is the tiger. So right click, open with Photoshop. Bingo. Now, with this picture of the tiger, I don't want any of this brown kind of background. I only want the tiger. So I'm going to have to find a way to remove all this background stuff. So let's look at that. Let's zoom in. Control plus on your keyboard. Control plus will zoom in, and Control minus will zoom out. Control minus, Control plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eraser tool. If I can find the eraser, that looks like an eraser. That's the one, eraser tool. So if you click and drag a little bit, you'll get some different options. I'm going to use the eraser tool. Ooh, the eraser is very big, isn't it? I just want to make that a bit smaller. So I'm going to go up here to brush, click on that, and I'm going to change the diameter of the brush, make it a bit smaller. What does that look like? Ah, that's better. That's nice and small. You can, of course, make it really big. No, it's too big. Let's just make it small again. That's about right. A little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. And now I can just start erasing. Now that looks a bit weird to me, so I'm going to do Control Z to undo. And where's my layers? Layers. Window. Layers. Ah, these are my layers. Look! This background layer is locked. I'm just going to unlock it by double-clicking on it. Click, click. Okay. Now then, it's unlocked, and it's called Layer 0. I'm just going to close that, and I'm going to start. That's it. That's what we want to see. So very carefully, just be very careful with this. Zoom in as much as you like, and just carefully cut out the tiger. And I'll show you why we're cutting out the tiger in a minute. Be careful with it. Be patient. If you make a big mistake, you can always do Control Z on your keyboard, or you can start again. Just close it. Don't save it. Start again. Let's just get rid of all this stuff. Dum-de-dum. It takes time, but we've got to be patient in Photoshop. Now that bit there, I'm just going to have to change the size of my brush in a minute, because I can't get into that corner with this big brush. But let's just keep going around the rest of the tiger. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Be patient. The more patient you are, the easier it will be. Now the whiskers there, the tiger's whiskers are going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to have to make a decision about that in a moment. That's not bad. Just around we go. Patient, patient, patient. Is there any way to make this quicker? Maybe, but I don't know yet, so I'm just going to use this way. And I'm going to practice using the eraser tool to get rid of everything except the tiger. Now then, let's just zoom out. Control minus. What does that look like? We're getting there. Just get rid of that stuff. I'm just going to make my brush a bit smaller so I can zoom in again and do these awkward bits here. We're nearly there. Don't panic. Just going to get rid of that bit there. Control minus minus. What does it look like? That looks good. That looks good. The whiskers are a bit weird, but don't worry too much about that. We're not going to worry too much. In fact, I tell you what, I'm just going to erase his whiskers. Sorry, tiger. There we go. Brilliant. So we've got a tiger. Now what I'm going to do is just restore down this picture, the middle button there. Restore down. And look what happens. Whoops. Sorry, not that one. That's Photoshop. This pictures one is the grey one. That one. That's the one. Yay! So now I've got two windows. One is my tree and one is my tiger. What I'm going to do is click on my selection tool, the move tool, and drag my tiger into my tree. Yay! Let's maximize that, and now we can just play with the tiger. So let's look at the layers window again. If you're not sure where the layers window is, just go to window and find layers. Window layers. Okay. My picture now has two layers. I've got this background layer, there it is, and I've got my tiger layer. There it is. Perfect. I'm very quickly going to go back to my folder. I'm going to go to my eagle, and I'm going to open with Photoshop. Now there's my eagle. I'm going to cut out all that blue sky. I'm going to use the same trick again with the eraser tool. I'm going to change the size of the brush, and I'm just going to go, oh dear, do you remember that problem? I don't really want that to be grey. So I'm just going to find the layers. There it is. It's a background layer, and it's locked. Click, click, unlock it. Yay! Okay, now hopefully we'll get this nice check box. Yeah, that's what we want to see. That means nothing. It means empty. So it's important in Photoshop to have that check box and not a color like red or white or gray or green or something. Okay, I'm doing this a little bit quicker than the last one just to show you. It's going to be tricky doing his wings, isn't it? Oh no. I'm going to have to change the size of the brush. I will change the size of the brush in a minute. Now look at that. That's quite quick. The more practice you get, the quicker you can do it. It's all about practice in Photoshop. Control plus. Boom, 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 boom. Shoom. Okay, I'm not going to worry about being too perfect here. Just going to do it as quickly as I can. That's not bad. And what are we going to do about the wings? What am I going to do about those wings? Is there any quick way that I can do it? I don't think so. Maybe I'm just not good enough at Photoshop. Oh no. I've just changed the diameter of my brush again. And we're just gonna... oh dear. Lots of blue, isn't there? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll finish this bit here, and we'll do that other bit over here, and then we'll put it into the poster, and we'll see what it looks like. We might get away with just little bits of blue, so let's not worry too much at the moment. Here we go. Right, let's just leave it like that for the moment. Control minus minus, zoom out. Okay, let's just go to that magical restore down, and I'm just going to use my move tool to drag this into the poster. Boom! Brilliant! What have we got? Yay! Now to make it small and big and stuff and rotate it, Control T. Control T. T means transform. And just going to make it a bit smaller and just rotate it a little bit. There we go. So this is the start of a poster about a zoo somewhere. So have a look at the files and see if you can start making a poster about a zoo. Okay? Thank you.